It's so smooth, and this thing's like driving a sports car.
Admiral Carl Schultz has a lot of coastline to cover.
I want to board I.
More than 95,000 miles. As the U.S. Coast Guard's Commandant, he's tasked with making sure shorelines are safe and keeping the economy flowing.
You know, this is a complex waterway, and it's as complex as any nation.
Schultz is visiting Puget Sound to meet with business and government leaders and a Coast Guard base planning for the future.
America's waterways will get a lot busier over the coming decades. All that additional traffic will require costly upgrades to the country's marine infrastructure to keep ships and billions of dollars worth of goods moving on schedule.
The Port of Seattle is expanding to accommodate some of the world's largest container vessels, and a new cruise ship terminal is in the works. The Coast Guard base will also get more traffic when this becomes the home port for a fleet of 3 new icebreakers.
Does that mean the Coast Guard is expanding its footprint here in Seattle?
We have the property we have here today. Would we be interested in conversations about some growth here? Potentially so in the future, but we made a commitment to bring the first polar security cutters here to Seattle.
The U.S. currently has 2 functioning polar icebreakers, one of which flooded, caught fire, and had an electrical outage during its most recent trip to Antarctica.
It certainly didn't look good for the U.S. to have an icebreaker with like a fire on board and breakdowns, a really critical piece of infrastructure.
I send those men and women on that ship, and we do the risk calculation to say, hey, they're a long way from home. Can I do that safely? I got tremendous confidence in the sailors and the crew, and we're spending about $15 million of taxpayers' dollars on an annual basis to keep Polar Star limping forward. I'm confident we'll be able to get her through this period.
Schultz says governments, ports, and shipping companies will all have to invest billions to modernize their waterfronts and prepare for a new generation of activity along the nation's shores. On Puget Sound, Ted Land, King 5 News.